What is going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about a to-do app which is called Todoist. More specifically, I'm going to be talking about its integration with Google Calendar. I've been using this for a little over a month now, and I really like the way the system sort of works together, and I figured I'd share. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the benefits that this integration has provided to my day-to-day life. I'm going to show you the way that I set it up, all the settings I use, and how I organize everything. And lastly, I'll give you some concrete examples of how this all works on a day-to-day basis. As always, the timestamps are down below, so feel free to hop around to anything that you find is most relevant to you. With that out of the way, let's get into it. So why would you want to switch over to using these two apps together? Well, there's a couple of things that I found really beneficial to my day-to-day workflow. One of the features that I really enjoyed was the data input for events and appointments. I effectively switched over from using Google Calendar to input my events into using Todoist itself, because I found that it was a lot faster. I was able to quickly add in things because Todoist has natural language processing. So as opposed to spending 15 clicks going over and setting the time and setting which day and yada yada yada, I was able to add a appointment that would just be dentist at 5 p.m. on Sunday. Or party at a friend's place next Saturday. And it would pick out of those things the dates, the times, and automatically put that into my calendar by default. The next thing that I really enjoyed about this integration is that it was easy to notice when there was upcoming events or appointments. I would generally use Google Calendar to sort of schedule out my weeks, but once I was done my schedule, I didn't really check it on a day-to-day basis. And what happens is I would miss events. It was somebody's birthday, or I had a car appointment or something like that, and I wouldn't really realize it unless I set up a reminder for myself. With the Todoist integration, I find it's really nice because there's an upcoming view that you can go to in Todoist, which just sort of shows all the things that are coming down the pipe in terms of events and appointments that you added. And when you look at that, I find it's very helpful. The other cool thing is with Todoist, you end up having a sort of built-in habit tracker. So for things that you're doing on a daily or weekly basis, or a couple times throughout the week, like working out, or I use it for my morning routine, you can have this little check in the box when you're done whatever it is you're doing, and that can be very motivating. On top of that, the way I use it, it's completely free. I don't use any of the extra paid features, so it could be a bit more expensive if you want to get a bit more out of Todoist depending on what you're doing. But for just the integration and the way that I use it on a daily basis, I can get away with just the base version, and that's a really big win in my book. All right, so now let me show you how everything works together. All right, so I'm just gonna give everyone a walkthrough here. So I created a fake Gmail account and a fake calendar here, where I just have a couple of basic things, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk through the syncing of the Google Calendar to Todoist, some of the things I go through, how I organize everything, and hopefully that'll provide some value. So right here, I just have my basic schedule. I have sleep, morning routine, workout, and work. And generally I would have, events and appointments, but I'm gonna actually add those as part of walking through this. So I'll leave this as is, and I'll hop on over to Todoist. So enable to integrate, it's pretty straightforward. You just head on over to settings and integrations, and then Google Calendar, you can connect to calendar, pick your user, which in my case is DH Video Example. Boom, this will allow, just agree. So here with the settings, you can either pick your calendar, so you can either create a new calendar, or you can use your primary calendar. I use my primary calendar. Depending on how you have your own Google Calendar set up, you may want to change that. But really I don't have multiple calendars, I just use one, so this works fine for me. I'm gonna sync all projects, so I'm not gonna have my stuff specifically in one project. I wanna sync all of them. And yeah, tasks created in Google Calendar go to inbox. I'll sort of describe how this looks later. Event duration for new tasks, 60 minutes. So this is events that you create within Todoist. They'll naturally set them up to be an hour, which I found worked quite well for myself. Tasks without a due time should be synced as all day events. That also works quite well. When a task is completed, leave it on Google Calendar, so don't remove it. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So connect, and then eventually what happens is that all the events that you already have in your Google Calendar get brought over. So if I close this and head on over to my inbox, here we are. So as you can see, so when I showed what I had there, my sleep, morning routine, workout, work, etc., these are now all in my inbox. So for things that I don't really want to see in Todoist, what I can do is, so for instance, sleep. So I have that in my schedule just to have it there. But you can remove that by marking it complete forever. If you mark this down, boom, that's gone. You'll never see it again, which is the way I like it. So I just use Todoist for things that are out of the ordinary or things that are recurring that I sort of want to remind myself about. So I keep my morning routine in there because I like to check it off when I'm done. Work, I know I need to go to work. I don't really care. So I'm going to mark that complete forever. So really I just have my morning routine and workout. Now these things, so this is the inbox. You can create different projects. The way that I've organized everything in my own Todoist is that I've created one thing which I just call sort of recurring events. So I'm going to create that here. So recurring events. And this is where I drop things like workout, morning routine. So that just gets it out of the inbox, because the inbox is just for things that you're sort of processing or haven't really gotten around categorizing yet. So that's why I like to use that. That's also why I sync all projects, is because I like to organize. I want to organize them in my own projects as I see fit. So if all my Google Calendar stuff goes into one project, then I can't really do this as well. So this I found worked quite well. But even though I removed those from my inbox, if I go over to today or upcoming, you'll see them. So I already finished my tasks for today, so they're not in today, but if I go to upcoming, this is something I really like with Todoist, is that I can see at a glance what's coming up. So if I go over to my upcoming, and this is what I have on the widget of my phone, is I have it set to upcoming, so that I can at a glance see, okay, tomorrow I have a workout. And if I had an appointment or something like that, say I had a car appointment or a dentist appointment on Friday, or I was getting together with some friends on Saturday, that's where I would see that here. So that's why I like that this provides a good interface for seeing the things that are out of the ordinary, as well as the habits that I like to track, the habits that I want to check off the box. All right, so let's add a task so I can show you what I like the most about this integration with Google Calendar. So if I would generally do this on my phone, but I'll do this here just because it's easier. So I can click add task, and then let's say I had dentist appointment on Sunday at 5 p.m. So I can write that, dentist appointment Sunday at 5 p.m. You can see that it picks that up. So Sunday at 5 p.m. I can add that task. By default, it goes into my inbox, but I could drag that over to my appointments. So then if I go to my upcoming, and I can see, oh, Sunday, dentist appointment, 5 p.m. And if I hop on over to Google Calendar now, so if I go over to Sunday, boom, dentist appointment, 5 to 6 p.m., because we set that the default to an hour. So that sort of works out. And now it's in there, and it's very easy to add appointments like that. And with these, so you can set reminders within Todoist itself, but that's a premium feature. So actually what I've been doing, which is a little bit of a workaround, is if I have an event, say this dentist appointment that I added in here, if I want a reminder about it, which I don't generally need because I see it in my upcoming, and that's really a reminder enough. But if I wanted, I could head on over to Google Calendar, and then I could add my reminder there. So I could add a notification, 30 minutes before, day before, whatever the case is, if I wanted to in here, and that gives me the sort of notification or reminder functionality that you would have to pay extra for in Todoist. And that is everything I had for today. I hope you got some value out of this video, learned something that maybe you can implement into your life to make it a little bit easier. And if you did find some value, it would mean a lot to me if you hit the subscribe button, smash the like, and leave a comment down below, letting me know what you liked, letting me know what you didn't like, And if you did like this content, then hopefully I will catch you next time. Peace.